I'll be trying to punch and I'll be trying to palm strike. And I'll tell you which is more comfortable. I know you know the answer, but still, देखते हैं कौन सा आसान है. A punch. Are palm strikes better than punches? No. And yes. Welcome back. The most controversial topic after TikTok versus YouTube was palm strike versus punch. So today we'll be discussing about what is better, palm strike or a punch, and a street or a self-defense situation, what should you apply and which is more safe. We will be looking at a real example of how a beginner is good at palm strike but not very confident with a punch. Budget देख रहे हो हमारा, experiment भी कर रहे हैं हम. In a self-defense or street fight kind of situation, most of the people would like to punch because that is what they see in movies and that is what they think is more manly. It is more macho. It is like a badass. You're punching, boom. But imagine me in a gym practicing this. Of course, you're thinking I'm a fool who doesn't know how a punching bag works. So the first thing is our mindset. Most of us karate guys, we spend so much time trying to perfect our punches and things like that, alignment and the iron fist kind of things. And we don't want to admit that. This is much easier and much more practical than a punch. Just we don't like that, it hurts our ego. चलिए अभी कौन सा अच्छा है और कौन सा बुरा है वाली बहस में नहीं घुसते हैं. सबसे पहले we have to see punching and palm strikes as two different techniques. वो दोनों अलग हैं. मेरी वाली अलग है. Asking whether a punch is better or a palm strike is better is like asking whether swimming is better or cycling is better. They are two different things. Like I want to punch. A punch is a whole different thing. It is used for different things. Like even your left hand punch and your right hand punch are two different techniques used for different purposes. Similarly, if I want to punch, me personally, my advice, this is my humble advice, that a punch is better in self-defense while you are targeting the body. For the body, if you want to hit the body, I think you should. And in a self-defense or a street fight, you want to target the face or the head. I feel the palm strike is better because the human forehead is something very solid. We don't realize this. Most of the times, when you try to punch, it doesn't land perfectly. This is a punching bag which won't move. I know, so I can close my eyes and punch. It's okay. But in a real situation, a person will move. आपके सामने कोई खड़ा नहीं रहेगा कि भाई साहब आओ मुझे मारो. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. वो हिलेगा, उसकी वजह से आपका अलाइनमेंट बिगड़ेगा, उसकी वजह से आपको इंजरी आ सकती है. Because this is still not a natural, very natural and comfortable position for your hand. It can twist, like you will get injuries in your wrist. If sometimes you hit the elbow or the forehead, most of the time it injures the knuckles and your fingers. हाथ टूटेगा आपका. Of course, for a beginner, a palm strike is safer than a punch. But I am saying, even for a professional fighter, a palm strike is better and safer than a punch. Why? Because most of the times we have injuries. UFC fighters, these are world-class fighters. This is like elite strikers. They have done this all their life. What they are doing in their life? Training and fighting. This is what they do for a living. वो यही करते हैं, उनका यही काम. But still, in a fight, they land punches incorrectly. They land their punches because in a fight anything can happen, right? They're moving, their opponent is moving, everything is like a whole mess. And most of the time, boxers get an injury called as a boxer's fracture. Their bone will damage, their fingers will damage, and most of the time, like Even world class fighters have this problem. In a fight, they can't land it properly, so their hand gets injured. But have you ever heard a person tried a palm strike and his hand broke? No, it will not happen. It is stronger and safer. Let us see. First, I am going to call a beginner who will try a punch. Of course, a punch will be more difficult for him or her, and a palm strike will be easy. And then I am going to try myself hitting on a harder surface, which is safe for me, punch or a palm strike. So I'm not just saying.
I'm back.
I'm not just saying I have some proof also. This is a person who does not have enough experience in punching. Okay, a regular, this is a represent. नहीं. So you have two options. आपके पास दो ऑप्शन है. Option number 1 is punch. इस पे आपके पास दो चांस है. ओके, दो चांस है. इस पे as hard as possible आपको पंच करना है. ओके, पंच as hard as possible. Go. Okay. दूसरे वाला ही कैसे हो गया? ओके, ऑप्शन नंबर 2 इज यू हैव अ पाम स्ट्राइक. पाम स्ट्राइक ऐसे करना है एज हार्ड एज पॉसिबल. थोड़ा पास खड़े हो जाओ. आप ट्राई. टू चांसेस. वैसे ओके, अप. धन्यवाद. प्लीज. तो हमारी मम्मी ने जो डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन दिया था उससे साफ साफ आप देख सकते हैं कि चेहरे पे एक डर है कि कहीं हाथ को कुछ हो ना जाए पंच करते हुए. लेकिन जब वो पाम स्ट्राइक करती हैं फुल पावर से, फुल अंधाधुन वो हाथ को मार के, मतलब शी नोज दैट नथिंग विल हैपन इन अ पाम स्ट्राइक. इवन मी. लेट अस सी. ओके, बट अ पाम स्ट्राइक I can put my 100%. I know nothing will go wrong. I don't have to care about alignment and technique. Even if I do palm strike, like, still it's okay. Okay, so here we have a tougher target, and like I've been punching all my life. Almost. Almost. Yeah, I can say that. Like, okay. This is a tough target, you can see. I'll be trying to punch and I'll be trying to palm strike. And I'll tell you which is more comfortable. I know you know the answer, but still, देखते हैं कौन सा आसान है. A punch. डर लगता है, यही बात है. अगर आप डर गए तो मतलब आप फाइट नहीं कर सकते हो. Anyway. Okay. That was not comfortable. I know, it was not comfortable. Now let us try a palm strike. I'm still okay. अभी भी और भी कर सकता हूँ मैं. Why? Because this is safe. You can do it. It's okay, but a punch, it's not. If we are talking about the safety of our wrist joint while striking the head, there is one more thing. There is one more advantage to the palm strike. Just you can try this yourself. Make your hand like in a fist and as tight as possible. And now just try to touch this part. Okay? I know the muscles are all contracted and it is supporting the forearm, but there is nothing over here. I don't know this medically or thing like that. Maybe you know that better than me. Comment in the comment section whether this is correct or not. But still, over here, my joint is all by itself. वो अकेला पड़ गया है यहाँ पे. लेकिन now if you open your hands and do like this, now you can feel that all the muscles, there is a much more muscle supporting my joint now. You see, nothing to something. There is a muscular support to your joint which will help you avoid injury. Shayad. But still, a palm strike is not better than a punch. A punch is a different case. If I want to get my knuckles in between your ribs, okay, I will use a punch. But if I want to, like, an escape, palm strike is better. These are two different dishes you can eat on 2 different days. That's all. Palm strike versus a punch. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe and press the bell icon. Subscribe with a punch and hit the bell icon with a palm strike.